Ah, Virginia. Beauty, sunshine, and lots of beautiful scenery. Most of America doesn't know about how special the Commonwealth really is. While lots of places in Virginia are truly fabulous, there's also cities here that outright suck. The worst parts of Virginia. You know them when you see them. They're the parts of Virginia where you don't want to go, if you can help it. The goal today is to highlight the cities in Virginia that are the worst of them all. How do we do it? We measure the things most bad cities have. You know, where people are broke, where crime is sky high. We even measured the public school education levels. Let's get started.
Shall we begin?
Our first stop on our unfavorable journey through Virginia starts in South Boston. It might not be a surprise to you to hear that South Boston is in the bottom 10 for income levels and home values, and is in the top 10 for jobless rates in the state. Plus, it's the 6th most dangerous place in Virginia. On a positive note, if you're a regular churchgoer, then South Boston would be fabulous. Way down off of I-77 near the North Carolina border is the itty-bitty city of Galax. You know when you get there and you see a car up on blocks. In Galax, home prices are in the bottom 5%, more than 6% of people are out of work, and folks here are the absolute poorest in the entire state. Plus, Galax actually has one of the least number of sunny days in the state too. So sure, it's pretty down there, but if you value fun things to do and decent jobs, there are certainly far better places to live in Virginia than Galax. Way down at the intersection of I-95 and Route 58 is the city of Emporia, the 8th worst place to live in the state. Why? First of all, there's few places in Virginia where crime is higher than in Emporia. Perhaps it's because it's at the major junction of several highways, but a crime is a crime. In fact, odds are if you don't lock something up at night here, it'll be gone by morning. Emporia also has the state's 4th highest unemployment rate and the state's 6th poorest residents. On the bright side, seeing as how there are so many meth labs in this part of the state, you could probably make some extra money on the weekends. Just be sure to save some for your friends in South Boston and Danville. They're always ready to buy. Continuing our worst tour of Virginia, we come to Wytheville. Sure, it's in the Blue Ridge Mountains, but would you want to live there? There's two Virginias. One Virginia on the east side of the mountains, and the rest of the state. The southwest part of the state, including Wytheville, has seen its share of hard times economically. This region has relied on textile and manufacturing jobs as well as coal mining. Those jobs are gone now. Wytheville has no real hardware stores, local clothing stores, local coffee shops, local grocers, or local bakeries. But there's a lot of vape shops and pawn shops in town. However, we have to mention that Wytheville is home to Skeeter's world-famous hot dogs, which has some of the best crab cakes in the South. Where's the 6th worst place to live in Virginia? The folks in Portsmouth might not be too happy to hear it, but it's you. Portsmouth has the 7th worst crime, 6th lowest home values, and the 5th highest unemployment rate in the state. On the bright side, the people in Portsmouth make more money than the people in Roanoke, so they can brag about that if they want to. Hey yo, this video is brought to you in part by Clippers on Martin Luther King Boulevard in Richmond. Come on and get your hair done, they do it tight and right. That's Clippers on MLK. G. We built this city, and now it sucks. Welcome to Richlands, the 5th worst place to live in Virginia. Low average incomes, high unemployment rates, and somewhat of a drug problem to start. And the schools in Richlands are the least funded in the entire state, so if you value a good education, this isn't your place. Plus, for a decent job, you'd have to drive all the way from Tazewell County to Blacksburg or even Roanoke back and forth every day. Yuck. On a positive note, Richlands High School has 2 Virginia State football titles to their credit. Go Blue Tornado! Another city along Route 58, Martinsville, is a pretty bad place to live too. In fact, you just might want to call Route 58 Virginia's Trail of Tears. While most of America knows Martinsville for being home to a major NASCAR race, people in Henry County know it for what it really is. Crummy. Martinsville has the state's 2nd lowest home values for a reason. Folks here are some of the poorest in the state, and the city's 10% unemployment rate is by far the highest in Virginia. However, we have to mention that for entertainment options, there's several Redbox rental machines in town, where you can check out all the latest movies. About halfway between Wytheville and Bristol along I-81 is the economically depressed city of Marion, Virginia. About 8% of residents here are out of work, and the job scene doesn't look very bright. Homes cost only about $100,000 each, and the schools are some of the worst rated in the state. If you drove south of Richmond into Prince George County, eventually you'd come to Hopewell, and you'd be scared. Not too long ago, Hopewell had the 7th highest number of murders per person out of anywhere in Virginia. So it sounds like if you don't watch your back in certain parts of Hopewell, you're gonna have a bad time. Additionally, the number of people out of work here is the 4th highest in Virginia, and incomes are just about as low as you'll get. But it can't be that bad in Hopewell. After all, someone's selling these attractive I Love Hopewell t-shirts online for $43.99! Holy guacamole! And where's the worst city to live in Virginia? That would be Danville, hands down. Danville has the lowest home prices in the state, Virginia's 3rd most out-of-work residents, and ranks 2nd in the state for overall number of crimes per capita. When you're in some of the worst Virginia communities, some parts might be hard to tell apart, but you can tell who's from Danville though. They're the ones with the 40, the pistol, a beat-up car, and the pit bull. If you don't live in Danville or any of the other Virginia cities we mentioned, you don't have it too badly. Congratulations.